All right. So, Matthias, you have the first topic.
Yeah. Can you hear me right?
Yep.
No, I just wanted to share that we started a document for the proposal for enablement of TDX in KubeVirt. The idea is that that document going to contain the proposal for the enablement and attestation. So yeah, I think we're going to start with that, and maybe just for the collaboration, because we have also someone from Intel that wanted to join, and then at some point move it to a PR or the procedure to submit this. Just I wanted to let you know that this document exists.
Matthias, do you want to keep it as a document? You don't want to create a PR?
No,
Sometimes it's
no.
just easy.
I mean, sure. I mean, what I thought was that maybe we can start for the collaboration there and then move it to PR afterwards.
It's up to you. Sometimes
Do you
it's
think?
from visibility perspective. I think PR is easier for
Right.
people to
Okay.
discover.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I will
do you
move
need
to a PR
a
then.
do you need a temp? Do you need a link to the template?
I think I can find it. It's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. I think on this topic we also discussed. I think CI. I wonder if there's an update on that.
The CI of what?
For TDX.
I don't have idea.
All right.
I'm afraid currently we don't have a TDX keyboard node running for the CI purpose.
I can add to this. I think in the one of the previous calls, Nitesh was also saying that Amnon is actually talking to Intel folks to get a machine. I don't think, though they have responded yet. Is what I heard from Nitesh.
Okay. All right. That's fair. All right. So there was an internal thread that I saw about the IOMMU FD. It basically says that it's not ready, and the patches are not ready in upstream as well. It's not just libvirt that is not complete, but other components, QEMU and kernel, are still missing. So from that perspective, I don't think that we'll have anything in the near future. Alan, I think you can go next.
Hey, yeah, so I got a couple PRs that are up and ready I have a enhancement proposal for getting the SCV S&P enablement. I already had some comments. I'm just posting it up here to get it some more attention. And then I have the actual code change PR as well, but it might change depending on, the enhancement proposal. But for the most part, it's ready right now. I think right now I just want to enable it. And then later on down the road, add the ability to let users specify the policy for the 64-bit policy for launch security.
Hi, Alan. I have a question. What about the other options for the SMP guest, like the host data? Actually, we are doing some POC work on the attestation, and we are using the host data to identify different virtual machines. I saw from your from your patch. Currently, there is no host data support. Would you add it in the patch, or you will add it in another patch?
Let me get back to you on that. Can you message me on Slack or something, a little bit more details so I can bring this over to my team? I'm still pretty new with S&P, so I need to bring it to some people.
Oh, okay, I see. I will left some comments
Okay.
in the patch. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Alan.
thank you. Mhm.
It is important to remember that this is not like an S&P specific feature. So TDX has the same capability that you can add an identity to your VM. So I think we should take like a holistic thinking on what the KubeVirt use case for this measurement registry is going to be. It's host data for S&P, but TDX has similar MR config ID, for instance, that we can use for this identity purpose.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. We added that. We added that in the TDX enablement patch.
Perhaps somebody can explain what specifically is needed and like what is missing. So it will be shared between the different components because I'm not entirely sure what we're discussing. Where do we have a description of what is shared between the two?
So what is shared between the two is that the host, which is untrusted, can hash some data and add the hash to the QEMU command line parameters, and this specific hash is then reflected in the attestation report. And what that means for the confidential VM users is that this attestation report, or let's say the attestation is considered successful if the untrusted host simply provided like the host data hash what you expected it to be. So you can map some identity like a hash of some public key that is provided to the CVM, and then only trust the CVM if the hash actually matches what you expect it to be. So both the S&P and TDX, but also ARM CCA, they have this similar capability that the host can provide some personalization value to the CVM. S&P calls it host data. TDX has MR config ID registry. It has two other similar registries, and then ARM CCA calls it the personalization value. It's just like a registry with a certain amount of bytes available to store some data that the host can use.
Mm-hmm. And this will need to be provided by some kind of a privilege component, like Virt handler.
Well, really, this is just what ends up being as part of the QEMU command line parameter. So I think I see there's like two things. So first is like what's the use case that KubeVirt would use this for, and then the second is like the mechanism, like how to get this value added to the QEMU command line parameters through libvirt or some other mechanism. But what I just wanted to say in the very beginning is just that this is not like specific to one CVM vendor, but this same capability exists between all the existing CVM technologies that we have available today.
where do you see this this registry living? I mean, does it have to be something external that KubeVirt will need to query, or it should be integrated in KubeVirt and then provided as a context to Virt consoles?
Well, yeah. So that really is the first part of my comment. So we just need to come up with the use case where this thing is needed. For example, I've been working on a similar use case, or I've been working on a use case for this functionality in the confidential containers project, and we use it to just hash some host provided initialization time configuration file, and the checksum or the hash of this configuration file is added to the host data mrconfig ID field, and then we can just simply compare that the configuration file that the host provided, its hash matches the registry value, and then it can be considered trusted, or at least something that the untrusted host did not tamper with the configuration file that it provided. But then really what's the KubeVirt use case for this? I don't have the answer at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would like to understand this better, and at least to have it something that we'll discuss in the future in terms of use case. I would just need to summarize. What do we want in the future? All right. I don't see any other topics in the agenda. Does anyone have anything else? This week was a bit difficult, and I think going for this coming week will be also difficult for KubeVirt since it's the last week before before the code freeze. So people are really busy with the existing proposals getting merged. But going forward, I think it will be much easier, and we'll start discussing the proposals for 1.7 release.
One question that I had, I wanted to bring up or ask someone. It's about this CI setup. So who can I talk to understand more about like what the CI requirements would be, and how to actually connect like a bare metal system to the KubeVirt CI? Like what are the requirements and things like that?
Wouldn't Brian be a good contact? Last name's Murphy, maybe?
So I would suggest to open a new thread on the KubeVirt dev channel, and then I will politely ask Daniel and Brian to reply, and we can have a chat there.
Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. Thank you.
All right. Any other topics? All right. Perfect. Then let's meet next week, and I take it from there. If there is anything, please open a new thread on KubeVirt Dev, and or find us on the Slack channels.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.